My name is Kerri Wyse-McNolty. I'm one of the family owners here at Burrowing Owl Estate Winery, and I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Hospitality.
My name's Stephen Neumann. I'm the brand ambassador here at Burrowing Owl Estate Winery. I represent our brands in our different markets, and in the summer months I host semi-private experiences here at the winery itself, vineyard tours, cellar tours, and elevated tasting experiences. The 2022 Burrowing Owl Estate Winery Viognier. Our first vintage of Viognier was in 2017, so we've been working with this grape type for a good while now. We have about 3 acres planted down south of us in Soyuz. It's a beautiful, beautiful grape type out in the vineyards. You know, when it's fully ripe, that lovely sort of apricot color that shows up in the vines. Our Viognier, in this case, the 22 vintage, 75% of the juice was fermented in barrel and 25% in stainless steel tanks. After the fermentations, they were all transferred to barrel, if you will, 100% French oak barrels. The barrel program for this wine doesn't revolve around new oak so much. It's about 14% new oak with about 50% neutral. And the idea there is that we don't want to overwhelm the wine with oak elements. We want to provide a nice framework to capture the essence of the fruit, and that's the ultimate goal in all of our wines. The 2021 Syrah, we started producing a Syrah back in 2000. A longer history with this red grape variety, and that sort of speaks to the climate that we work with here in the South Okanagan. Lots of heat, lots of sunlight to ripen grape types that you would be struggling to ripen to the same level further north in the Okanagan or elsewhere in Canada for that matter. Both of these wines, the Viognier and the Syrah, were harvested in October for kind of different reasons, if you will. The Syrah was fermented in stainless steel tanks, once again gravity fed into those tanks before making their way into barrel. This wine spent 15 months in oak. Mostly French oak barrels are used, but given the nature of the generosity of fruit, the boldness of flavor that Syrah brings to the table, we're using a little bit of American oak, followed by a touch of Hungarian as well to balance things out. Once again, to provide that framework needed to highlight the grape type and really capture the typicity of the grape from which these wines are made.
So the best part about working in the BC wine industry, I'd say number one is getting to work with Steve.
Oh.
Right? But seriously, I know the best part about working in the BC industry is truly the connections between the growers, the winemakers, the people working at the tasting rooms and the wine shops, sales, marketing. We have an amazing number of characters working in the wine industry in British Columbia, but the one thing that unites everyone is a real dedication and passion to creating and crafting top quality products that British Columbians and Canadians, in fact, can be extremely proud of.
We don't produce enough to really, take over the world, but the world is taking notice of us.
We're really optimistic about the future of the wine industry. We can export to international markets to show that we're serious producers in the world of wine and that we are producing wines of top quality that can compete on a world stage. But at the same time, we have incredibly strong demand here in our own province. And we really have all of the factors here that we need to continue on as an industry. I think when my father founded the business, the company, 31 years ago, the first thing he said is that we will do no harm. The whole company, the vineyards, the cellar, the buildings, the architecture, everything has been built with the core value of sustainability and doing what we can to ensure that we're leaving, this earth in a better place than when we arrived. Our work with the Burrowing Owl Conservation Society, we've raised over $2 million in the last 20 years through our conservation efforts, money that's gone to the Burrowing Owl Conservation Society as well as other conservation organizations across Canada. We have a commitment to solar energy in our solar panel program where we generate enough electricity per year to power 27 Canadian homes per year. We're offsetting carbon footprint. But in addition to that, our sustainable farming practices, what we do in the vineyards, what we do with our lighting, everything we do is really at the foundation and at its core is with the core value of sustainability. You can find these wines at the BC VQA release at BC liquor stores as of April 6th. So we hope you enjoy them.